client situation. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to touch base with you guys and go over a little bit of why you want to hire a realtor. And specifically me, this is my situation. I don't know if it'll work out for everyone else, but I have this buyer. It's a set of buyers, actually. It's the mom, two girls, and a little dog. They're all females. They hired me and said, hey, look, we want to work with you to help us buy our next home. I said, congratulations, you guys are qualified, let's go ahead and do it, let's rock and roll. They sent me this listing, and I'm looking through the notes, and a couple of red flags came up for me, and I told them, I expressed my, I don't know, my hesitance to show it to them. First, they have FHA financing. The home that they sent me, on the notes, it said only conventional. I reached out to the listing agent and said, hey, look, any idea why the property would not go FHA? He said, hey, look, the house needs some repairs. The seller does not want to make any repairs whatsoever to the property. So the condition of the property is questionable. I communicated that to my buyers and told them, hey, look, we can still go see it. Just be aware. Two things: the property needs attention, and the type of financing that you have might have to be switched if you really absolutely love this property. And they're like, hey, cool. We set up the appointment. We show up. We look at the house. It's vacant. It's nice and staged. It has a nice yard for the little dog running around. It's a puppy. And we're going through this property, and it looks very nice. And she says, hey, look, I think I want to submit an offer. And I told her, it's like, hey, I don't know if this is the best house for you in this particular situation. This is why. So the property needs attention. You work at a restaurant. You're not very handy, and you don't have a lot of money to throw at this property because it's already at the top of your price point. Granted, there's two other ladies that are going to occupy this property too. So if something breaks, I'm not your guy to call because I'm not handy like that. I'm not handy like that. I'm your realtor. I can get you into the property, but once you live in there, you're on your own. And I told her, it's like, hey, I can get you a home warranty, but even a home warranty is not going to cover that. There's still going to be some gaps in coverage. You're either going to have to pay for it out of your pocket or wait until it gets fixed. So I just told her, it's like, hey, look, it's at the top of your it's at the top of your price point. The house is old. It needs work. And like, I don't think this is the best situation for you right now. I understand it's one of the few houses that you can afford at the moment because of limited inventory. I just don't think it's going to be the best investment for you moving forward. And she heard me. She said, hey, you know what? Thanks for looking out. I appreciate it. We ended up not submitting an offer for it and not getting that property just because the seller said up front, we're not going to fix anything. Even if they were to get an inspection, well, first submit an offer, accept it, then get an inspection, we can ask the seller, hey, look, fix X, Y, and Z. Up front, they told us no in advance. That's 300, 400, 500 bucks just down the drain because the seller was not going to fix everything. Two, the financing. They were going to ask for a switch in financing. What that meant for my buyer was you need to bring in more of your hard-earned money as a down payment to get a house that needs work. The best situation here is we walked away, they walked away. I've heard this numerous occasions. The best deal is no deal. Sometimes if you have to force a deal, it might be a headache instead of enjoying the pride and ownership of a home. I think I communicated to them and just let them know, hey, I think I'm setting you up for failure, and I'm setting you up for a headache once you actually move in if you decide to go forward with it. Anyway, that's one of the situations that I have encountered where I actually discouraged one of my buyers from submitting an offer. I don't do that often. It's just I'm trying to be logical in a very emotional transaction. Sometimes I have to step back and say, hey, look, I don't think you actually want to. I don't think you know what you're getting yourself into while you're buying this property. Well, anyway, I hope you guys found this content useful. If you know of anybody that can value from this information, feel free to pass it along, like, share, comment. Thank you so much.